Sweet. I think it's like we're live, but there's no video signal. There we go.
There we go. Excellent.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Um,
You and all. I'm exceptionally drowsy morning, but that's all good.
yeah, I was gonna do like we talked about me like starting like a little intro, and I don't want to do it.
Oh no,
Not-
that's right. I totally forgot about that. I'm sorry, my bad here. I'm gonna lean back and just like close my eyes, and then you just, do your
Oh
thing,
no, like
dude.
I actually don't want. It's not even really an intro. Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brofessor and the Bull. We swing trade natural gas. That's it. That's the intro. What'd you think? Was that magical? Was it good for you? It was decent.
Oh, dude, that was amazing.
Okay.
You left out that doing so basically means, the Federal Reserve is jealous of our money printing abilities. They wish they could like just drink coffee out and have money come out of their computer like we do.
I think they do. It just takes more effort.
Well, that's
I
why they're
don't know.
jealous about it. They would,
Okay.
it takes them like a whole like staff of 50,000 people to do it. And we do. Ours just happens to not cause inflation. Yeah, and they're jealous of all the negative consequences that theirs has that ours does not. On a more serious note.
I read this article this morning. I was just like laying in bed, like like during like the wake up time, like oh man, I don't want to get up out of bed, but I have to.
Mm-hmm.
That period, and I read this article on like skyrocketing rents. It was like exactly what you would imagine it would be. Just people, not in touch with reality and just absolutely shocked when their like 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom apartment in Florida goes up, like the rent goes up like 20 some %. Like basically,
What?
like the investment property switched hands, and then the new owner increased rents by that much, and then the person's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, now my rent's my most expensive bill, because they're a marketing degree student at some university out there. But anyway, I
They don't
laughed.
understand why the rent went up.
Yeah, exactly. I laughed a few times, and
Uh,
I mean, I hope people are just saying that. Like when they say it, I hope they're saying it just to say it, not because it's true.
oh no, it's true.
I know it's true. I hope. I
It,
cross my fingers and I hope that they are.
well,
Yeah,
dude, I
not
hope
totally
I
sure.
hope I hope I get a new unicorn someday.
Oh, you will.
But you know,
Nope, you will.
that's
Just
about the
keep
level.
hoping. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just keep on hoping. I was gonna say that's you're in the same hope department as I am. You're like hoping that they don't actually know.
Yeah.
So they're just saying that when you say that you're hoping they're just saying that, but they actually do know. No, the answer is they don't actually know.
Oh, what I changed my. Let's look
Oh,
at
that's all
charts.
good. Hmm.
Yeah, let's look at charts.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead. If
All right. So for those of you who are in the United States, we were not trading yesterday because of President's Day, and prices were way up earlier, and now they're way down from where they were up. Okay, I'm being like way too subjective when I say these things. So prices got up over 480, and in that time frame, and now we're where we're at now, which is like 456. The price that I'm talking about is I'm referring to March contract because it is technically the front month. Even though like we're in the rollover phase where like volume is moving over to April. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's way more volume on April, in fact,
there is
than
right now,
March.
just to let you know, it's 71,000 contracts, and the chart behind me is April because of that fact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, just
No,
interjecting.
no, sorry. No, I'm glad we needed that.
Okay.
You
Sweet.
actually, no sorries. You actually helped me like from having to click on my mouse.
Oh, I'm
Because
so
the
glad to
otherwise,
save you a few clicks.
dude, because otherwise, if you had not done that, you know what I would have had to have done? My daily chart is on NG, and so that's showing March. I would have had to change that chart to NGJ22 for a daily so I could look at the actual April. so I could know the volume on the two, and you saved me from that.
Nice. I'm glad to be of service.
So yeah, so please don't apologize for that doing. That's like saying sorry for giving me $100.
Oh, is that how much your time is worth?
Oh, totally.
I know the answer.
Yes, yes. Um.
All right, so
So
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So March itself is only at 22,000 volume, and there's only 21,700 open interest on it. So open interest is also like,
Dude, it's gonna come down to the wire again. Yeah, no, it's gonna come down to the wire. You have
Mhm.
people day trading this contract, the March contract. It's gonna come down to the wire on Thursday. We're gonna see some huge crazy thing again, like the closing of the February contract. In case you weren't aware, it's went up to like $7.36. Crazy,
Mhm.
record setting.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
It's like people are they're just day trading it for. Okay, anyway.
No,
Oh,
yeah, I'm with you. 'Cause I
uh,
thought volume would be lower than this at
yeah.
this point, also, because it's Tuesday, and tell everyone the last day of March contract.
It's the 24th. It's 2 days away, guys. Get rid of that
Exactly.
shit. It's like, God. Uh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Dude. I thought there'd be like 10,000 right now. Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, why would you be in it? You just came back from a holiday weekend. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, just move on. They can't. They just can't. They can't move on. I know these people aren't like trying to take delivery for this.
Dude,
They're
all right.
like, oh, dude.
Wow. That's. Oh, and the let's see. Since daily volume is greater than open interest, we can only assume that that there is a lot of day trading. That's why I said that. By the way, for people who are unaware.
Oh yeah, it's no assumption. We know it's because there's a bunch of day trading.
Bunch of day trading, dude.
Yep. Yeah, so there's day trading to play hot potato. Is another person going to get fired? Is another person going to get fired? I don't know. We might see history once again. Another person might get fired, and then the price go up to like 470 or 575.
Dude, yeah, no, people are gonna get fired. People are going long
Yeah.
at 450 in the March contract. Less and less, it seems,
Mm-hmm.
but they are.
Yeah. So looking at April, there's the spread. There's a little bit of a spread on there. April's at 449 right now about, and March is 452.5. So there's not much of a spread.
There's a
A little over 3 cents.
tight widowmaker.
Yeah, that's a tight widowmaker. So I'm interested on a couple things. One is when April becomes a front month at the end of this week. I'm wondering if the spread is going to be closed, if like April is going to get traded up to the March level,
I would
like it's
think.
happened in the past. Like if it's going to get traded up those like couple cents.
I would think so.
So yeah, I expect that also because the widowmaker is not even that wide, and the spread between like February and March was way larger, and it got traded up to where February was at. For those who are curious, well, here, let's look at weather first. Unless you have more to say about charts. You want to talk about charts more, or do you want me to talk about?
No, dude, I knew it. So just real quick, I hit. Okay, just a quick off-topic digression, but it does affect the stream. Right before, like, for people who don't know, we wake up like right before the stream. So I did in my like drowsy, like groggy, conscious mind, unconscious, whatever. I clicked the update button on the streaming software instead of like no, don't update because everything works right now. And then now I'm getting your mic, I'm getting your audio feed like through my headphones. So I had to adjust that a little bit. I might have to keep messing with that, but anyway, that's why people were hearing that. But yeah, let's move on. I think the price action is kind of self-explanatory, right? Like it tried to peak on super low volume. Behind me, this daily candle is the Monday candle, yesterday and today's combined, and so yeah, you're seeing that low volume. Look at like these few days from like last week. Compared to yesterday, and there's like this huge dip right here in volume, but I mean that's kind of to be expected anyway. But anyway, yeah. weather.
Oh yeah. Uh, so yes, so prices are coming down, and weather is colder than average. Like forecast coming in, but it has warmed up from what it used to be over the weekend. And that when I say over the weekend, I include yesterday because there wasn't trading going on here in the United States. Over the weekend, it did get warmer, but it is still cold. Uh, so we're getting into like a camel hump of cold weather where it's going to be colder than normal for a very long time. And by a very long time, I mean from February 23rd until like March 1st. um, so for this season, that's a long time because usually we just get like little like splashes of cold weather. It's like a little splash of Baja Blast in your face, like from the icy cup. Well, now it's like I don't even know if they have these anymore, but way back in the day when, old people like me were young, they had these foam cups that were big so it could keep your beverage cold. And I don't think they use them anymore because they like killed baby sea turtles now or something.
I think it depends on what part of the country you're in. I've seen
Ooh,
them in the past
yeah,
year. Yeah, I think I've seen at least one chain, like fast food
nice.
chain, that uses them.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, now we got like an extra large foam cup of Baja Blast, which is cold weather for people who don't know, coming across the United States, weighted for population. And this is what's called heating degree days. If you want like the technical, like super technical like explanation, use Google for what heating degree days are. So heating degree days like goes up because the temperature goes down in the United States, and it looks like a camel hump because we got one hump that peaks out on the 26th, and then it goes down. Then there's another hump on the 28th. And the first hump used to be the shorter of the two humps, and so, but not anymore. Now it's warmed up significantly. So the first hump is going to peak out at a little over 28 heating degree days on the 26th. Then the second hump used to peak out at like 32 heating degree days on the 28th, but now it peaks out at 26 heating degree days on the 28th. So it's warming up, uh, which that's a really drastic warm up because that's just in the last day. So I'm really interested to see if that's even going to hold or if we're going to see this kind of get smushed down into a more traditional hump where we're just looking at one single, blast of cold weather instead of this kind of prolonged cold weather.
It'd be like a medium Baja Blast instead of like the extra
Right.
large phone cup. It would just be like a normally sized proportion.
Yeah, exactly. Which is less fun for, lovers of Baja Blast.
Yes.
So that's coming through, and prices are still going down though, and some people may wonder, well, why are prices still like going down then if we got this cold weather coming in, and it's like confirmed. I mean, it's rolling in this week. We're gonna be in it starting tomorrow. Like, we're gonna start entering this colder than normal weather. So it's confirmed. It's not like, ooh, this is something, speculative, and we're talking about something a couple weeks out on the 34 day. This is, it's gonna be cold. Prices are still going down though. Some people may wonder that. That is because this cold weather is not gonna deplete inventories sufficiently uh, between now and the end of withdrawal season uh, to justify these prices. And so I'm going to be that guy. I've been that guy before, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again because it's now a new week. Uh, and I'm looking at April, and we're like $4.50 for April contract right now. And between now and the end of the April contract, the price may go up. It might, but between now and the end of the contract, it will be lower.
Than where
Very,
it is now. Yeah.
yeah, than where it is now. Very carefully chosen words, but one is definitely more certain 100% than the other. I'm just saying. For those
Yes.
of us,
Yeah. No. They're carefully chosen words, but in my mind, they're really straightforward and simple. Like
Mhm.
those two they're not mutually exclusive, right?
Yeah,
Carefully chosen words can be simple and straightforward. Um, But all that just to say that swing trading's easier than day trading
Way easier.
and more profitable. I mean, for us,
Oh, you mean for almost everyone? Because you actually
95%, yeah.
yeah, you make money at it, whereas 95% of people don't make money at day trading.
Right.
And then of those 5% who make money, like most of them don't make enough to even be worthwhile.
Yeah. You see memes like I made like like what like, I made like
20,000 tactical transactions to make like $800
yeah,
last year.
yeah, I was going to say 12, but yeah, it's the same difference.
Yep, exactly. Like that person is technically in the 5% of day traders because they made money.
Yep. Did you talk about the ECMWF
Oh,
discrepancy to the
dude, I didn't.
GFS, did you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I did not. You go for it. Do you want to go for it?
Oh, sure. Yeah, the ECMWF. Okay, so back to your you were saying like hypothetically a trader could be asking why prices aren't going up. Um and I think, like the biggest reason is just that we're getting so late in the season that any upward movement I really take as like it's a gift. It's a good shorting opportunity this late in the season because prices will be lower than here. But I think also like a big reason that they're not moving up even to like retest 480 um on volume anyway is that the ECMWF and the GFS that they showing big discrepancies in this upcoming cold and um I was kind of like thinking, oh well, the GFS is going to come in line with the ECMWF, like this big warm up on that second spike on the 28th. But now I'm looking at it, the ECMWF also showed a revision to that cold, actually not just a little, like a lot. It came down 20 about 20 heating degree days in the last iteration. So the GFS, it runs every 6 hours. The ECMWF runs every 12 hours. These are both ensembles I'm talking about. So they take different, like a lot of different runs based on different variables, and then it just like smushes them together into like an average, like a conglomerate. Is that the right word, conglomerate?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool.
It's a word that can mean so much because it's got glob in it. And so as soon as you use the word glob, it has so many different like possibilities. Like saying,
Conglomerate?
yeah, it's like saying smorgasbord. So then you have like con artist, globerate, like glob, and then like you ate something. So it's like you're conning a glob, and then you ate their hopes and dreams, which is kind of like what these like huge conglomerate corporations do with people's 401k money. Gee, thanks for all the money for 50 years. We really appreciate it. I'm worth $100 million, and you now get to go push grocery carts at Walmart
For the rest of your life.
for the rest of your life. So you like get wheeled into a nursing home. Uh, oh, dude, on that note, dude, I saw this article from, I can't remember, but the person who was like the case study person, it was the quote unquote expert for the lobbyist group AARP, and the lady literally proved that she was not an expert on like retirement, home health care, like taking care of your loved ones. Because she talked about how she went through bankruptcy and everything, trying to
No.
take care of her dad who has Alzheimer's, and her mom has some other. I think her mom had a stroke, or that, or it was the other way around. You know what I mean? Like one had Alzheimer's, the other one had a stroke.
Bad things happening, yeah.
Yeah, terrible things. And this was like the lady who gets paid like tons of money by the AARP to like tell people lies, stuff like just put money in your 401k and you'll be okay.
Man.
Just withdraw 4% and it'll last forever. So basically, she like went bankrupt, and then she was like, proving that one, she was not the expert, and then there was like so many misleading things like that she was saying in her interview, I was like, yeah, this lady doesn't know what she's talking about. It was like absurdly hilarious. It was just like, yep, you need the expert would one not come from some like rich background like she did. It'd be someone who's broke because most people are broke, and then it'd be like, yeah, this is how you hustle. And then she was just like, uh, so yes, like the misleading thing she was always saying was like Medicare doesn't like pay for long term, uh,
Like
what you
chronic
call it.
illness or like,
It doesn't pay for like long term nursing home care. Yeah,
oh,
which is technically true. Medicaid does. Because the whole thing is if you have Medicare and you're using on that, then you are able, then like you have money, because that's what it is. It's like Medicare is like government insurance for people who have money. And then as soon as you don't have money, like actually don't have money, not like people who think they don't have money, but you actually don't have money, you qualify for Medicaid. It literally says right on the federal website, the majority of nursing homes take Medicaid and it pays for it 100%.
so she didn't even.
Like, literally,
Oh
yeah, dude, it
wow.
was just like, oh, yeah, if someone with a background like me, like, understood that, like, from the age of, like, 18, but, like, this lady, like, 50 doesn't understand that because she, like, went to Snootsville, and I was just like, "Dude, what?" Yeah, because it was one of those things where, like, yeah, I was like, "Dude, what'd they do? Like, change all the laws or something?" Like, all of a sudden, like, they don't have to take people, like, because that's, like, literally in the agreement for, like, because it's, like, Medicaid is, like, a combined program between, like, state and federal government. So
Hmm.
there's obviously different rules for every single state specifically, but it like literally says in black and white, the majority of nursing homes take Medicaid, like because they like have to. Uh, I'm sorry, the exact words on the federal website is the majority of nursing homes take Medicaid.
Not because they have to. It doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't say that
Yeah,
part, but that's what it is. Like they
yeah,
have to in order to
yeah.
get government funding.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like so it's just I was like, dude, like people do your own research. It's just like natural gas. Like do your own research. I was like, because I got yeah. Anyways, yeah. Do your own research. It was, like, hilarious. I was just like, "Dude, what?" This lady's literally proving that she's not an expert.
Just by opening her mouth.
Yeah, by opening her mouth and living her own life and, like, putting it on like, display for everyone to that's the thing, people may say what I'm saying right now is, like, harsh, but the reality, she chose to do that. She chose to put her life, like, out on blast and, like, try to make herself, like,
Mhm. Appear to be an
you know
expert.
yeah, exactly, appear to be an expert and all that, and she profited from it for, like, years and years, getting paid a lot of money. You can go look up, like, what these people get paid who are, like, high up in the AARP, and then she still went broke, because you gotta have, like, $1,200 T-shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah. So do you we say this, like, every live stream, do your own research. Like, that's literally, like, the thing, like, with everything, like, do your own research. Like, reading, like, just some, like if there's, like, a newspaper article, because this isn't a newspaper, there's a newspaper article, and they're, like, making some claims, go to the source material for what they're claiming and verify if what they're saying is true, and you may or may not be shocked at how often it is not true. Like, or it's like technically true. It's like we always say, like it's technically true, but like they're just omitting enormous amounts of information that like make it not true.
Yeah, or just yeah, like not the entire truth
Hmm.
that has its own implications besides like what they're leaning onto.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that full circle because it's just like any blog post that you read about natural gas. Like most of the time, it's got a bullish spin, and so it's just really important to be aware of that. If they're if you're reading something and they say that they say a recent warm up in the weather forecast is unfortunate or something like that, like they put it in the context that it is bad, that is a bullish bias because they're saying that it's bad that the weather is getting warmer, whereas I mean you should just look at it like the weather is warmer, that's it, it's not bad or good, you can make money off of the weather getting warmer or colder, you just make
Yeah.
money off the moves. And so just watch out for that bias in either direction. But like 99% of the time is bullish bias.
Oh
It's
yeah,
it's going to be
totally.
bullish. People just love to buy, and I think people just, I don't know, they have like some weird aversion to shorting,
Hmm.
but you can make money both ways. Um,
Oh yeah.
see did you have you checked out the European gas prices today?
I have not. No.
They're up a little bit. They're up 10%. I mean, which it's 10%. You know, it's but they're like at $80.
Yeah,
Um,
which I guess like you're saying a little bit in the context of this year is
right.
what
Yep.
is it's not. It's not I was just like clarifying, like because I understood
Yeah.
immediately what you meant when you said a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, because a lot of people were probably like, what 10%? That's a lot. Because under other years, like it would be, but this year it's not. Like the highs are like $100 higher than where it's at right now, literally.
Yeah. No, it's exactly. So it's up. In case people aren't paying attention to like geopolitical stuff. I didn't actually read an article on it yet, but I saw a bunch of headlines. Just I'm sure you are more well read on it at this point than Meatball, but Russia is moving troops into the separatist regions on the east side of Ukraine.
Ooh, which they're no longer the separatist regions. They're now their
Oh yeah,
own
that's right.
countries.
Well,
So it's not Ukraine anymore,
oh okay, so
according
see,
to Russia.
right, exactly. Of course, I was just okay. That makes more sense. Yes. So yeah, so yesterday, oh shoot, I don't know, like the inner circle of like the government of Russia, they implored Putin to consider uh, recognizing the separatist regions as sovereign nations. Right? Is that what?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
and he did.
okay, and then
With they had treaties written up and everything, so now they're in these long-term treaties and everything. It's like in stone.
and so now like they have their own alliance. Is that
Yep.
how I'm to
Yeah.
hear that?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so that's why
Yeah.
Russia's moving troops in there.
Yep. Yeah. Because part of the treaty is that Russia will provide them with military protection, so Russia can build a base in each one of those countries, and
So like,
these, you know what I mean? They're like going in to set up a base. You know what I mean? Kind
oh,
of
I
like
do,
the
yeah.
United States has a base in like Djibouti. Like
Yeah, I know East
it's
Coast of Africa. I know, yeah,
mhm,
Djibouti.
yeah,
It's right there above
yeah,
Somalia. Uh huh.
yeah. So you know what I mean? It's like the same thing. So that's what's going on, and contrary to like what some people have not learned from history, a country is not defined by someone taking a piece of paper and doodling lines on it and saying that's a country. It's not. It's defined by the people with all the guns who then say this is a country over here. That's why Yugoslavia used to be Yugoslavia, and now it's like 8 different countries. The Balkans, like that was the Balkans.
Huh.
Like so it's the same thing. It's basically going on for people who don't know.
Yeah, if I were to look at a, well, not if, but I have looked at a map. I don't know the history of Djibouti, but that is a tiny country compared to like the surrounding countries. And I mean, I would just take a stab here and say that at one point that was a separatist um, I don't-
Exactamundo.
nation too. Yeah, and they just kind of
Yeah.
like cut it out of the coast and like there it is. We're gonna build a base here, and now it's a
Mhm.
country, so we can have a
What?
base there.
So then it benefited the United States. So it was like okay for it to happen,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not okay for another country to do the exact same thing.
No, no, no,
Oh,
nope.
no, no, no. The rules that apply to me don't apply to you.
Yeah, in case, yeah, we're being pretty sarcastic here. So there's like a lot of hypocrisy going on. We're not like
Yeah.
Russian sympathizers, but we can just see things for what they are. We talked
Mhm.
about this yesterday, actually, where
Oh,
it's yeah, it's hypocritical for one country, doesn't matter who they are, to do something and then to say another country can't do the same thing. Um, who has the resources and the will to do it?
and we were talking in live streams like long ago, uh, that this was gonna happen. That
Mhm.
was something that we talked about. We're like, hey, you gotta be aware of stuff that when like a politician is saying something, and then like again, you got to do your own research. Like there's something like, oh, well, we don't really know. Maybe this might could plot. Well, we don't know. And then it's like all the writings on the wall, like, oh no, this is happening like for 100% certainty. And you got to know those things to be able to take action. Because it's the whole way to make money in trading, like you were saying, is like you catch price movements up and down, and you got to get in the trade before the movement happens, which a lot of people seem to
They
like.
missed that part. They missed that
They
part.
miss that part.
Yeah.
They wait to buy Tesla when it's $1,200.
Yeah.
Like,
Here,
dude,
you know
Tesla's
what?
up like 9,000%. I'm gonna buy it. Like,
Yeah. Here's it. I'm gonna do just NG on the chart behind me. Here's an example.
mhm.
Um, it's
Oh,
called
you see, perfect.
it's called chasing the trade. So I
Yeah.
was inclined to short here. I didn't though. I didn't. Looking back, I wish I would have. I was paying attention to prices on this day, and then I watched prices fall for a week, all the way down here. That would have been a lot of money if I would have shorted up that high, but I didn't. I missed it. And then this was a Monday. I watched price come down day after day, and I did not initiate a trade just because I didn't want to chase it. I didn't know how far down it was going to come, and I didn't want to get stuck on the wrong side of a trade. So yeah, just exercising that discipline is important. And yeah, like looking back, hindsight's 2020. Yeah, I could have like engaged in a short position anywhere in here and been fine, but I didn't know that during those days. And if you look back at the 15-minute charts or like an intraday chart on those days, you'll see there was a lot of what appeared to be reversals or what easily could have been reversals, and then they weren't. It just kept falling off a cliff. But yeah, that's just I'm just speaking on what you just talked about. Like you have to be in it before the move happens.
Got to be in it to win it. Isn't that a saying? Some like game show or something? I
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
it was a
In it
game
to win it.
show. Oh no, minute to win it. That was the game show. Minute to win it.
That's a
I think
minute
it
to
was
win
like
it. That's right.
you got like a minute, and it's like all these clowns up there, or like performing artists or whatever. I don't know. I've never seen
Yeah.
any of it.
I've never had. I just have heard the slogan. It was from like a commercial or something. But yeah,
Right.
'cause I've never actually like watched the show either. Um,
Oh, here's here's a headline. Chancellor Olaf Scholz suspends German certification of Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline from Russia.
sweetness.
God, there's just
How
been
many?
so much back and forth by Western countries over this whole Russian situation, over like well, a lot of things, but in this instance, they've said from the beginning. I thought Scholz even said this, like when he first got into office, because he's new.
Mm-hmm.
And he even said, like, the Nord Stream 2 pipeline is purely a commercial endeavor. It will not be politicized. And I'm sure there might be some lie spun around why it's that the certification is being suspended. But, I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Like, I mean, it coincides like exactly with what Russia's doing with whatever you want to say, troop movement. And it's politicized now. It is totally politicized. I mean, if this article is true, which I can only assume that the headline is, it's a pretty basic thing. Yeah, for people who don't know, Nord Stream 2 made a lot of headlines over the past few months. Not so much recently because it's just kind of like been on the back burner awaiting certification, which was supposed to take effect like in the second half of this year. There were like there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, a lot of like red tape, bureaucratical stuff, and gas. Anyway, it's a pipeline that just totally circumvents Ukraine, and it goes through the Baltic Sea straight from Russia to Germany. And there's been a lot of concern, and if you want to read about it, go ahead. But that's what it is, and I'm not surprised that happened, that they suspended the certification process. Are you surprised?
No. Here, I'll be that guy. Uh, Russian troops are going to stay in those areas of what used to be Ukraine, and gas is still going to go through Nord Stream 2 eventually into
Absolutely.
Germany.
Yeah.
So, the schedule for that to be approved and operational wasn't until the end of this year anyways, and so that's just some grandstanding, and then when it's like 6 months from now and the situation is like normalized, then they're just going to quietly approve it, and uh they're going to get gas through it to their uh, market, to the German market. uh,
Yeah. They spent money on it too.
It was kind of like when the current like presidential administration of the United States, when they first went in office, they made this big grandstanding thing about them signing paperwork that there wouldn't be like drilling on federal land, and then a year, like a less than a year later, when prices were up to the roof, like they admitted that they've been letting oil companies drill on federal land this whole time,
Yeah.
and they've been trying to encourage them to do even more of it to try to get prices to go down. All of a sudden, like it was just quietly done, like
Hmm.
some 6 month time frame. Like that's all that's going on.
Yes, sir.
I feel good about it.
I feel good too.
Well, everyone, see you. We'll see you down at $4.